Welcome guys to your first day and the first video of your Learn jQuery in 30 days video series. In this part I will be covering what is jQuery and how you have to include it in your web page and where you have to include it and how to start writing jQuery and how to select an element to perform some action by jQuery on it. For this, jQuery is a JavaScript library that's why you cannot use it directly because it's a piece of JavaScript written in a separate file. You have to include that file in your web page, then it will run for you. Okay, so you have to go to jQuery.com. Oh, oh my god. Oh, you have to go to jQuery.com. You will see a button download jQuery. Go there and you can see different versions of jQuery. You can go to download compressed version will look something like that, so much ugly that a robot can't read it. Sorry, it was too far. Because we can use that one because we don't have to write the jQuery read the jQuery code. That will do, that our system will do for us. But if you want to read jQuery and find bugs from it, you can use the uncompressed version because it's a waste because it's written in something around mm, thousands of lines, 2000, 3000 lines, and that code is compressed in around 400, 500 lines. That's why it's impacts your page size. I will show you. For downloading this page, I will press, I'm on Windows, that's why I press on Control S. That will save the document for me. I will name is jQuery.js and I will save in my root directory. My root directory is this. Okay, I've saved a copy of jQuery. Now I will include it, and the question arises where I have to include it. Some people include the part of jQuery in their head, some include in their body. You have to include the jQuery in your body because jQuery is a file that is downloaded from a server. Okay, that's why you have to include it in your body because first all the crap and the stuff of the document will be loaded, then the jQuery will be loaded. And if you, for example, if you given a task to jQuery that change the color of all the p tags, and you have loaded jQuery before the p tags has been loaded, that will give you error because jQuery doesn't know where are the p tags. Holy shit, where are the p tags which I have to change the color? That's why we will load jQuery at the end of the document. First all the crap and all the stuff of our document will be loaded, then our jQuery will be loaded. Okay, for this I will simply, I'm on a Sublime Text Editor. My text editor is awesome. If you want that, you can go ahead and download Sublime Text Editor. I will use a script tag and type text like JavaScript. It's optional if you want to. Okay, I will give a source and source will be jQuery.js. Okay, jQuery is loaded in my website. If I open it up in a web browser and I will see no errors, that doesn't mean jQuery is loaded. And because jQuery is an external JavaScript file, if I misspell it like jQuery, for example, I will write hquery, that's that only, that's all, it's not giving an error. For this, checking that jQuery has been loaded, I will do a simple work. I will open another script tag. I will use document, a function of jQuery document dot ready function, and do something like, I will make a p tag here, p, and name it as Hussein. I will select the p tags by p dot css and give it a color of green. Now we will run that in our web page, and if the color of our p tag is changed, now we can see that jQuery has been loaded. Okay, you can see. And if I change that from jQuery to j, it will not, because jQuery hasn't been loaded. We are on a local machine, that's why I have grabbed a copy of jQuery in my local disk. If you want, you can direct copy that URL and then paste that here. Okay, it is a CDN provided by jQuery.com for loading jQuery to the website which don't have their personal hosting. Now you can see that. For example, okay, I will load the jQuery for you guys. Okay, see, first the paragraph was black, afterwards the jQuery load, then it changes the color of the paragraph to green. And if it's a mini version, that's why it's loaded fast. And if I go with the uncompressed version of the jQuery 1.11, if I go with that, it take more time to load. That's why I prefer to go with the, when I was learning jQuery far back ago, I used the uncompressed version. Then I got that it was said by someone that if you are on local machine, that's good to use the uncompressed version. That's why, because you can read the codes. And if you are on a server, it's a waste to use the jQuery uncompressed version, because it's it eat your bandwidth, because every time the user downloads the 100-200 kbs of jQuery file, and if you use the compressed version, it will be 25-35 kb. That will be much suitable for you. Okay, for example, I load it, you can see that it's it take a much larger time to change the paragraph color. Okay, that is for this video, guys. In the next video, I will be showing you some of the selectors of jQuery, and we'll be talking about the document.ready. Okay, bye.